Hello everyone, this is codingpros.in and we're going to discuss a problem called the longest substring problem. So the problem is given a string s, find the length of the longest substring without repeating characters. Okay, so the problem is pretty simple. We have been given a, b, c, a, b, c, b and b. Okay, and we need to find the length of the longest substring without repeating characters. So ABC is one substring without repeating characters. Again, BCA is another substring without repeating characters. We also have CAB and we also have ABC here. Okay, so these are the four substring without repeating characters. So all of them have length 3. So we are just going to return 3 since we do not have any substring which has length greater than 3. So in the next example, we have been given B, 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 and since there is only one character here which is b, one unique character, so we just return 1, so nothing to think about here. So next we have the string pwwkew. So in this case we have this substring which is pw with unique characters. The next substring with unique characters is wke. Okay, we also have kew. So yeah, as you can see, wke has length 3, kew has length 3, so we have returned 3. Cool. And if in the fourth example, if there is no substring, we just return 0. So as in this is given as an edge case. So okay, so as you can see, the constraints, it's 5 into 10 power 4 is the longest length that we'll have. So if we do it in O of n square, it will work because the computer goes through 10 power 8 operations. So it will work in O of n square, but it won't work greater than that. Of n cube, it won't work. So, okay, so how would we solve this problem? Okay, so the first very brute force approach will be we're going to check all the substrings one by one to see if it has no duplicate characters. Okay, so we're going to generate all substrings. Okay, once we have generated all the substrings, we are going to see if the generator substring has all unique characters. Okay, so if this has all unique characters, we are going to take all of this string and find the string with the maximum length. So how are we going to do it? Okay, so we are just going to do it, with so for example, let's take pwwkew itself. We're going to put our I here, we're going to put our j here. Okay, and we are going to go through each substring. So in this case, my substring currently is pw, my j will move here, my substring will be pww, then my j will move here, then my substring will be pwwk, then my j will move here, it will be pwwke, and then at the end my j will move here, and I'll have this entire string as the substring. So when this iteration completes, I'm going to put my I here. Okay, then I'm going to start here from j from here. So why I'm starting j from here? Because we have already generated the substrings which are to the left of it when I was here. So we don't need to put j here again, so we don't have to do this. So yeah, when we put I here, my I is at w, as you can see. Let me just clear it out. pwwkew. So my I is here, my j is here, my substring is ww, my j will go here, it will be wwk, it will be j will go here, then it will be e, and then at the end j. So this is the substring, this is the substring, this is the substring, and this is the substring that we are generating. So again, In the next iteration, I put my I here, j here, generate all the substrings again, and when we have all of this substring, we're going to check, if my substring has all unique characters. How are we going to check that? The most common thing that comes to mind is using a set. So set is a data structure that has only unique elements. So we're going to use a set, and if we have pwwkew, okay, and this is our set, and it will only have unique characters. So we're going to go here to this string. We're going to put our I here. We're going to say, hey, is my p in set? No, my p is not in set. So I go forward and I put my p in set. So I go here, go to w. So for example, I'm just taking this entire string as an example. So will this return true or false? So this entire string does not have all unique characters, so it will return false. So next, when I go to w, I see w is not there in the set, so I put w here. Next again, when I go to w, I see that w is not already in the set, so I just return false from here. So for example, my string is wke, my substring is wke. My set is empty now. We go here, we don't see w in the set, we add it. We go here, we don't see k in the set, we add it. We go here, we don't see e in the set even, so we add that also. And now my string has ended, so I haven't returned false yet, so at the end I'm just going to return true. Okay, this is how we are going to check if all my characters in the substring are unique. So first generate all the substring, generate, and then check for all unique characters. Cool. And while doing that, we are also going to compute the maximum value of the length of the substring that has unique characters. So we are going to update that and see how we can do that. Cool. So let me just go ahead and code the brute force approach. So I'm just going to take the length of the string. Okay. And my answer is 0. I've initialized my answer as 0. So as mentioned, what we are going to do, we're going to go through each of the substring, and for that we will put our I at the first index. We are going till the end of the string, and we are doing I++. Okay, and similarly for j, which it will be initialized to I plus 1. J is less than or equal to n, because j equal to I plus 1, and when I will be n minus 1, so j has to be n. Otherwise this will give array out of bounds exceptions. So yeah, okay, so in this for this I'm going to check if is all unique or just all unique. In the all unique function, it will take a string. We are going to define this function in a moment, but yeah, it will take a string. It's going to take my first index and it's going to take my end index. So, and it's going to check if this is true, then my answer will be nothing but math dot max of my current answer and j minus I. Okay, because j minus I is the length of the substring. So if my I is here, and if my j is here, so j minus I will give me this particular length. Okay, cool. Okay, and once we are done with this, we're just going to return answer, which will be the max of current answer and j minus I. So if if all the characters in this substring are unique, we're going to update our max length and we're going to return the max length. So the only thing left for us to do right now is to check if is to basically write the all unique function. So my all unique function is going to return a true or false, and as mentioned, it's going to take a string s, it's going to take a start index, and it's going to take an end index. Okay, now I'm going to define a set because we have to put all of that in a set to check if the set has unique duplicate characters or not. So it will be a new hash set, and yes, okay. Now I'm going to say for I equal to 0. So basically I'm going to all the characters in the string, in the substring from S to E, which is start to end. So my I should not be at 0, it should be at start, and my I should be less than end, and should be I plus plus. Okay, so I'm going to each character of the substring, and I'm going to say, hey, I'm going to ask my set, hey, do you contain this character? CH. Let's say CH. And what is my CH? My CH will be a character value. And this will be the char at position I. Okay. Now if this contains this character, I'm just going to return false here, because my since what did we check? So since my set already had a W, we returned false here. Okay, we returned false because we already have W in this set, and then we encounter a W again, so we return false. Otherwise, if that's not the case, so what did we do? We have added to the set. So P was not in the set, we added P to the set after checking the set. So now W is not in the set, we are adding W to the set. So now I'm just going to add CH in the set, and when this loop ends and we have not returned false yet, this means that all the characters are unique and we return true. Okay, so let's try and run this. So let's run this. Okay, so we have a compilation error since I have not defined J here. Okay, so let's run this now. Again, we have some error. Okay, okay, sorry. Okay, so my S should be ST because I have already defined S as the characters S. So I hope this works now. Yep. So as you can see, my expected answer is 3, and my answer is also 3. So when I try to submit this, obviously this will give me a time limit exceeded. Yeah, because let's check the time complexity of this. Okay, so in this code, what am I doing? I'm going from I equal to 0 to n, and for each I, I'm going from I plus 1 to n again. Okay, so PWWKEW, I kept my I here, and for each I traversed J, and then I put my I here, and then I traversed J again. So in the worst case, this particular two operations would give me n square, but what I'm also doing is calling the all unique function, and now my all unique function, this also has a for loop which is looping from start to end. Okay, and this start to end can be a minimum of 0, and end can be a minimum of a maximum of n. In the worst case, this would give me O of n also. So O of n square here and O of n here. So overall my time complexity for this would be O of n cube. Okay. I hope that is clear. So we have two for loops in the first length of strong longest substring function. And after the second for loop, we also have a all unique function which is using another for loop basically. So in the most basic sense, it's O of n cube. Let's talk about space complexity. We have used a set and we are adding values to the set. We are adding characters to the set. So it will be, O of the length of the substring, which can be n, but this can also be m. Okay. So if we think about it, uh, the size of the alphabet m. Okay, just no, this is not the case. This would be something like minimum of n and m. Okay, why? Because we need O of k space for checking a substring has no duplicate characters. Okay, now what is k? K is the size of this. 1 o'clock. Okay, I know it's 1 o'clock. K is the size of the set, and the size of the set is upper bounded by the size of the string n and the size of the character set or alphabet m. So yeah, it would be a minimum of n comma m, whichever is less, because we are basically adding it to the set again, and it will only have duplicate unique values. So whichever of these is less will come up in the set. Cool. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know in the comments and I'll try to clarify it. I hope this brute force approach is clear. Thank you for watching, and if you like it, don't forget to follow the page. Don't forget to do what everyone else does. Subscribe, like, things like that. So yeah, see you. Bye bye.